Hello guys, welcome to episode 12 of All Around the World. It's me, Bad Jokes FM, back at you once again with another video. And as you can see, it's the 13th of May 2017, so at long last, we've finally made it to the end of the season. I know it's been a bit of a slog. I know there's been far too many episodes in this first season, and that is something I am going to improve upon for next season. But as for today, we've got just the last game of the year where we're up against League Champions Norwich, who have gone up by a little bit of a distance. 8 points from Sporting. Maybe should have been us in second place, but we did have that dodgy little run about January, February time, didn't we? As you can see there, I know I went on about it in the last video, but just so gutted about that, because if you have a look at the rest of the season, we've done all right. We've done very good. We had that little dodgy run there, but other than that, we should have been going up this year. Very disappointed with not going up. And so, just before we crack on with the game, just want to show you the recent results. You've not really missed too much. You may have just spotted it. But we've took on Hamatsu Raphael, beat them 4-0. Then we went on and beat Hayochi Tigra, again 4-0. And then we went and played Goa, and we beat them 4-2. Pretty much 3 training matches, because those 3 there are the bottom 3 in the league. And they are awful. I mean dreadful. Find your local pub team, go and watch them play, and you will see a better game of football than what I have just had to sit through with these 3 games. And also, the 4th goal in the game against Goa, I'm going to be sending it into GWFM for his Fail of the Week series. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's very good. And yeah, I'm going to send a 4th goal into him, so hopefully he'll use it, because their 4th goal just shows what an absolute joke their defence is. And so that leads us onto today's game, like I say, against Norwich. And now let's go and look at the transfers, because in this database you can make transfers or loans or things of that nature at any point of the season. There's no general transfer windows of note. And so if we just have a look here, I think you're up to date as of about the Mukta Diakby deal. But Diaby you've not got to worry about, even if you're not. He's been and he's gone. He didn't really get into the team too much, so not really much point going too much in depth about him. But as for the last couple of months, I may have told you about Brees. I'm going to call him Brees, because that's his name. Well, he's 26-year-old Ivorian. Picked him up from Watford. He looks okay for a right back. He's not got into the team either yet, because, well, Spectre's been playing well. And also, I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the start of the series or the start of the season. I've set it up so that my director of football, he will go out and find players and he'll make offers. He'll go through all the contracts and everything like that. And then he will come to me and he will say, oh, I've got this player, I've got him all signed up. We've got him for X amount. Then it's up. Then that is when I will then look at him and I will then go, maybe not. I don't really like him too much. Or I will go, oh yeah, he's cracking. I will definitely use him, and so bring him into the club. And so Bryce here, he was one of those ones who the director of football found. And I thought I'd take a punt on him. It was only 725k up front. Can't really go too wrong for that. If Spectre gets injured, he's a decent little replacement. And so the next one was somebody who for a few weeks I didn't even realise we had, if I'm being quite honest. It's a fella by the name of Nicolas de la Cruz, 19-year-old Uruguayan, central attacking midfielder, so fits perfectly in with the system I'm playing at the moment. And he's come into the team for the last, 2 games? And he's got an average rating of 7.8 for those 2 games. He's come in and he's done phenomenal. So he's in the team for today's game, just to see what he can do against an actual proper team, because it may just have been, like I say, he was playing against pub teams, and it'd be interesting just to see what he can do. And the next one to follow him in is a fellow by the name of Camilo, a 28-year-old Brazilian. He looks fairly decent. He's a striker. He's someone I'm very happy with. We paid, what was it, 5.25 million for him from, how on earth do you pronounce that team? Quitario? That's what I'm going with. So we've brought him in. They're in the World Football League Division. Nope, that's the league we're in. Wait a second, lads. Give me 1 minute. He was in a league higher than us. Oh, no, he wasn't. I thought he was. My mistake. But anyway, he's been playing at the same level as us, but in a different division. He's played 23 games. He's scored 12 goals. So I thought, take a punt on him, especially because there's been some distressing news in the last couple of days of this save. Our main man, Kyle Larin, he's making noises about wanting to move. The French team, SC Soso, I think that's how you pronounce them, they've come in and made a bid. I rejected it out of hand, and he come back to us, and he was like, oh, boss, I want to leave. They're a better team than us. Well, I got Kaká to talk to him, and normally when Kaká talks to anyone, they all bow down. They'll go, oh, Kaká, you're this great legend or whatever, and they all listen to him. But Larin was not having it at all. So I've spoken to him, and I've managed to calm him down, but I've had to promise him that we're going to get promotion next year. But that I don't see as too big a deal. We should have been going up this year, so we will definitely be going up next year. But if Larin, for whatever reason, does leave, we've got Camilo here, who definitely looks like he can pick up where Larin is leaving off. And so the next couple to come in is a fella by the name of Carlos Munoz, 28-year-old Chilean. Again, another striker. Again, just in case Larin does decide to leave. And also Robbie Keane's getting on a bit now. Ashley Fletcher's only on loan. Hasn't impressed too much. So he's going to be going back to West Ham in the summer. So again, 28 years old. 3 appearances in the World Football League Knockout Cup. I don't think he's played for us yet. No, he hasn't played for us yet. But he's played for Talles CBA. Can't be asked. Well, come on, people. How hard is it to make up a second name? Just give it 5 minutes. But anyway, he's come from Talles, who aren't even in this setup. But he's played 29 goals, 29 appearances, 14 goals. So I'm quite happy with that. I think with the quality of the defences in this league, if he does get into the team, he should gobble up a few goals. And finally, the last guy to come in is a 23-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper. Fairly decent. I think he will improve in the coming seasons. 3.5-star current, 4-star potential ability. I'm quite happy with him. He's going to be a decent little backup for Bendik. Might even push Bendik out, depending how he does in the friendlies in the summer. And so that's all the incomings. As far as outgoings, I think you're up to date as far as maybe Larea, maybe Kevin Alston. But these ones, Connor Donovan, Larea, he didn't really get into the team. Mason Studia, again, someone even I've not heard of. But Fernando Garian, he did play a few games for us. And he's gone for 900k. Diguinho's gone. He's getting on a bit now, 34. Wasn't really looking like he was going to get into the team too much. And also Darren Smith, not somebody I used. And Victor, again, not someone I used. Again, I've left the director of football in charge of all that sort of business. So they've just sort of gone without me noticing, really. And so let's go and crack on with the team. Sorry if that bit was a bit long, guys. And let's go and have a look at the team. We've got Bendik in goal, Ruiz at left back, Henry, Matthias, Spector, the usual suspects in the back four. In the centre of the pitch, Fosu Mensah possibly making his last appearance for us. I am going to try and get him back on loan or try to buy him in the summer. And then we've got Nocerino alongside him. And up top, we've got Giovanni, Kaká, and the new boy, Nicolas de la Cruz, behind Kyle Larin, who's now on 27 goals for the year, 21 in the league. Phenomenal return from the lad. And let's see if we can get a win today against League Champions Norwich. Just have a look, see what the media prediction is saying. They're saying we're a good team and we should have enough quality to beat Norwich. Let's hope we do. They're apparently missing a couple of players, Alexander Tetty and Johnny Holson. So if we can get a win, we've got a possibility of sneaking into fourth, which I would be very happy with. And also, if we just have a look, Crystal are taking on IF Elfsborg, who we did beat. Not the last episode before, was it? But they're in 10th, so they may give Crystal a bit of a tough game. Would like to finish as high at the table as we can. And so, just as ever, opposition instructions. Just close down all the central men. Take off the tight marking. And close down Godfrey and Graham Dorrans. And then we're going to challenge the team to pick up where they left off. And let's see what they think about that. Most of them are motivated, so I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, and as the game's getting started, as ever, just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching and subscribing and following me on Twitter. It does mean an awful lot. Thank you all so much. I'm really enjoying doing these videos. Oh, I might not be enjoying this in a second. Oh, we've cleared it away. And so, yeah, just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching and subscribing. The channel is growing quite nicely. Now, first proper highlight of the game, Dorrans with the corner. We managed to head it away thanks to Henry. Now it's Godfrey to the ball, to Murphy, to Naismith. Naismith went into the box, but he's shot. And now it's Dorrans again with a corner. Nocerino heads it away to Murphy. Murphy with a ball wide to Dorrans. And Dorrans is going to cross it in. And what's he going to do? Goes to Naismith, but his shot is blocked. And it goes away for a throw-in on the other side of the pitch. 10 minutes gone. Norwich have had the one shot of the game so far. It's Kaká now with a corner. He whips it in, but Dorrans gets it away. The quality of corners in this game is just shocking. As now it's Norwich attacking at us. Wild shot with the ball. And it goes past one man. Goes past two. And Fosu Mensah there just to clear it up nicely. I have loved having Mensah this year. I'm seriously going to try and get him back. He's just been a rock in the centre of midfield. As now Bendik with the ball goes long. And who's going to get to it? It's Dykes who gets to it first, but only goes as far as that man Mensah again. Kaká, he just plays it wide to Spectre. Spectre coming forward. Goes into De La Cruz. De La Cruz plays it forward to Nocerino. Nocerino again wide to Spectre. And he gets it into Mensah to De La Cruz. We need someone on the other side of him. Finally we do. It's Nocerino to Kaká to Giovanni. Giovanni has the shot and John Ruddy saves it. 15 minutes gone. Game very even, I think you can say. It's Dorrans with a free kick now, and it's hit our wall, and it's gone out for a corner. 20 minutes just about coming up. We've had 60% of the ball to their 40%, and that's Wild shot with the corner. And Closer nods it down, but Giovanni just boots it away. And is Larin going to get onto that? He does, but nothing happens of it. And now it's Martin with a free kick. But it's very, very wide. A very poor attempt there. It's Bendik now with a resultant goal kick. Goes long. Is De La Cruz going to pick this up? No, he's not. Martin wins it. Goes to Nocerino, to Henry, to Matthias. Matthias wide to Spectre. And Spectre forward. Come on, lad. He's beaten off the ball there. Godfrey gets it forward to his man, Wild shot. And he's coming forward. He's on the edge of the box now. And that's again a very wild shot. Dorrans now with another corner. And we get it away, but only as far as Naismith. Naismith into Murphy. Murphy with a long shot. But it's taken a deflection of one of our defenders. But goes to Dorrans. And Bendik picks it up nice and calmly there. Norwich are all over us at the minute. I am just going to change up to control. Because that has been doing very nicely in the last few games. So Spectre with a throw in to Kaká. Kaká with the ball back to Spectre. Into Nocerino. Nocerino with the ball. Dorrans stolen it off him there, but Nocerino gets it back. De La Cruz with a shot. 1-0. De La Cruz with his first goal for the club. What a strike out of nothing on the edge of the box there. Can't wait to see this. What a goal. Here he goes. Nocerino with it. He gets beaten off it, but then he wins it back. Goes to De La Cruz, who just levers it into the corner of the net there. What a strike. Martin coming forward for Norwich. Gets it forward, but Henry there just to pick up the ball. And can he find a team? No, he can't. Murphy's won it back. And Jerome, and that's an equaliser. That's shocking defending there. What is my man thinking? Oh my days. That is dreadful. Henry here with the ball just dawdling on it. Jacob Murphy wins it off him. Gives it forward to Jerome, who gives the keeper no chance there. Very, very poor goal to concede. Now Fosu Mensah with the ball into Nocerino. Wide to Giovanni, into Kaka. And can Kaka find a mate? Come on, son. He can't turn. Dykes wins it back off him. And now it's Jerome with the ball forward to Naismith. Naismith in a little bit of space, but Spectre grabs it back off him there. And is he going to lump it forward? He does, back to absolutely nobody. What on earth was the point of that? And that's Martin to Dorrans. And Henry wins it there, making up for his earlier error. Goes back to Bendick. And Ruiz picks the ball up. Now Ruiz to Larin. Larin with it. And he's coming forward. Come on. Goes to Nocerino. To Giovanni. Giovanni goes inside to Larin. Larin with a shot just over the bar. Oh, that's a nice attempt there. 38 minutes gone. 62% of the ball we've had. But only 4 shots to Norwich's 8. As now Salva Ruiz with the last highlight before half time, surely. Ruiz just sitting on the ball there again. Goes to Kaka. Into Giovanni in the centre of the pitch. Can he find a teammate? It goes back to Nocerino. Into De La Cruz. Forward to Nocerino. Nocerino into De La Cruz. De La Cruz. Oh, Godfrey intercepting the pass there. Jacob Murphy collecting it. And Murphy just coming over the halfway line. Plays it to Godfrey. Into Naismith to Murphy. To Jerome. And Murphy now picking it up again. And Murphy just coming inside here. Dorrans. And Fosu Mensah winning the ball back there, but only goes as far as Godfrey. Jerome. Murphy's through. Murphy in a little bit of space. And Norwich. Oh, I thought Norwich had taken the lead there. But their header just goes over the bar. And that is going to be half time. And so I'm going to say to the lads, we're doing well, but we can do better. And I'm going to go assertive. Just going to go unlucky boys. And some of them are motivated. I'm going to leave it at that. And see how we can do in the last 45 minutes of this season. And that's Kaka with the first highlight of the half. And oh, that had to be over the line. How on earth have Wildshut got that off the line? Norwich surviving there. And that's that man again coming forward. And Jerome's in space here. This is dangerous. Jerome with a shot, but it goes wide. Shouldn't have worried. It's only Norwich. And now 50 minutes gone on the clock. Norwich have had 10 shots to our 5, but they've only had 36% of the ball to our 64. That is a crazy amount of possession we've had. Now it's De La Cruz to Mensah, wide to Giovanni, and can Giovanni get it wide? No, he goes to Kaka. Kaka loses the ball there to Bassong. Godfrey now picks it up, goes wide to Wildman, into Jerome, and Jerome coming just over the halfway line. Back to Dykes. And into Wildshot. And forward to Jerome. And Dorrans is in a little bit of space. Oh, that is awful. That is terrible defending. Oh, my days. We have gifted Norwich both their goals today. Oh, look at this in the 3D, lads. They come forward. Jerome plays it through to Dorrans. Our man with a slide tackle just passes it straight to Naismith. And he was never going to miss that. Very, very disappointing defending there. Dorrans now with a corner. Nocerino heads it out. And Dorrans is going to get to it first. And is he going to play it to anybody? What's he going to do, son? He's just sitting on the ball there, just going back. Plays it all the way back to John Ruddy. Ruddy hell, our defending is awful today. And now he goes forward to Closer. Into Bassong. Into Dykes. And Dykes forward to Wildshut. And Naismith now with it. And Naismith with a shot. Oh, just over the bar. There are more goals coming for Norwich at the moment. I'm going to make changes in a second. Just after this one highlight. Then Dela Cruz. Wide to Mensah. Mensah wide to Nocerino. Nocerino to Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz to Nocerino to Kaka. Kaka turns and shoots, but Ruddy with a save. Okay, and we're going to take Lowin off. He's had a fantastic season, but he's done nothing today. So we're going to give Camillo a run out for last half hour, see what he can do. And we're going to bring Will Johnson on for... Do I bring him on for Nocerino or Mensah? Bring him on for Mensah, but then I'm going to change Johnson and Nocerino about. And I'm going to leave it at that, but I'm going to say to the lads, Camillo, I've got faith in you. Oh, he looks stressed. That's not a good sign going forward. Maybe should have looked at his report before signing him. Okay, last half hour. Can we get anything out of this game? I'm just going to go attacking. Martin now with a throw into Closer. Back inside the box to Basong. And Basong, is he going to go long? He does, but Nocerino wins the ball there. Now it's Johnson to Dela Cruz to Kaka to Camillo. That is Camillo. No idea why his name's different on there. I might have to set his nickname as Camillo for that to change. Jacob Murphy now with a throw in for Norwich. Into Stephen Naismith. Back to Murphy. And Murphy just coming into the box there. Into his twin apparently. Apparently there is literally two of him, and they've scored. It's Jerome, 3-1. That is why Norwich are champions. They've had 3-4 decent chances, 3 clear-cut chances, and they've taken them all. As now Murphy gets it inside, and Jerome with a shot, and into the back of the net it goes. Very disappointing there. Now it's Johnson with a free kick for us. Closer heads it away. And this, I suspect, is going to be one of the last highlights of the game. Doran plays it wide to Maddison. Forward to one of the Murphys. And Murphy boy is on the edge of the box. He crosses, but Bendick parries it out for a corner. And 1 minute has just gone up through injury time. So this should be it. Now Maddison with the outswinger. And Murphy with a header, but Bendick there collects it. And that is going to be that. Here's Murphy now on the ball, just on the edge of the box. Goes wide to Maddison. And Maddison into Murphy. Again, he goes wide to Dykes. And is Dykes going to cross it? What's he going to do? He doesn't. Oh, he does. Jerome's just got a header on it. And it's gone over the bar. Norwich are looking like they could score whenever they want at the minute. We just want this game and the season to be over now. Come on, referee, blow your whistle. Let us all go home. We've got a long old trip back over the old Atlantic. As Johnson just gives away what should be the last foul of the season there. And Closer just with a free kick. Just taking his time with it now. And he finally takes it, and that is the end of the game. 3-1 defeat. Unfortunate. We didn't play as well as what we can do. But look at that for an average rating for Nicholas Dela Cruz. Just spotted that. 8.3 full-time rating. He is going to be very, very good coming forward next season. So I'm going to say to the lads, I'm going to say, I'm not happy. And they're fired up and they're motivated. Hopefully they can keep hold of that for next season. Okay, and if we have a look at the league table for the end of the season, we've got Norwich, who we've just lost to, going up as champions. Crotone have gone up in second place. Just about. I don't know how that's worked. That must be for goals scored, because they've got the same goal difference as Sporting Kansas City. So that's 2 goals they've missed out on going up by. So they're the teams that are going up from our league. The 2 teams going down are the 2 teams who deserve to. Hayochi Tigra and Hamatsu Raphael. They are both shockingly bad. So they're both going down. We're finishing in 5th, which I suppose, depending how the season, considering how the season went, got to be quite happy with that. if it hadn't been for that stretch in January, I do think we would have been at least challenging a lot more to be going up ourselves. And so, lads, that is where I'm going to leave it for today. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow with a season review, a season roundup of the year just gone. I'm going to go through all the different leagues, just have a very quick look at who's won the World Premier League, who's won the league below it, who's done what, if there's any surprising teams getting promoted out of their leagues or getting relegated. I'm going to go through all that tomorrow. So if you're excited for that, please give me a subscription, hit the subscribe button down below, and if you do, hit that little bell button so that you can get notified whenever I do release anything. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And also, now I think it's a good point, now that I'm at the end of the season in this series, and I'm also at the end of the season in my Journeyman series, I just want to say, if any of you guys have any comments or any advice or anything you would like to see me do differently in these videos, please hit me up in the comment section below or hit me up on Twitter at BadJokesFM. I've only been doing these videos 2-3 months now, so I would very much like some advice, some criticism if you have any, and just any tips, anything you think I should be doing differently. I'm always open to advice, so please hit me up. And so I think with all that said, all that is left to say now is I am BadJokesFM. I am out.